You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. Sky Squad, what go on? What a go on? It's Friday. Should I put y'all back on the screen again? Should y'all put y'all back on the screen? I'm feeling a little dangerous. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm feeling dangerous. I'm feeling dangerous. Now, y'all got to behave yourselves when y'all come on the screen. And put y'all best profile pictures up, baby. I know we got some good-looking Sky Squad members. So y'all go ahead and put that. Bianca is one of them. Okay? So y'all put them faces on them profiles so we can see how good you look. My boo. Hey, boo. Happy Friday, Grand Rising to you. Oh, another one of my boos. All my boos in the house today. I see y'all Friday. As you guys can see, I still ain't picked this incentive trip. I told you I wanted to go somewhere where I could just go sit a spell and write because book 3 is coming and it's going to blow the roof off of this mother trucker. You guys can do this exact same thing. No, you do not have to sell nothing. All you got to do is travel, okay? Travel. All right, so look. Let's go ahead and get into the tea of it all because, baby, we got some things to discuss. We got to talk about the happy couple. Okay, the not so happy couple. Happy birthday, boo. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. We got to talk about the happy couple. We're going to be talking about Ming Lee versus Drew Sedora. We're going to be talking also about the ongoing saga that is Jennifer Williams and her husband. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. It should come as no surprise to you that this saga is ongoing. All right? It's ongoing. It is ongoing. All right? So we're going to talk about that. But if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. I'd like to get the housekeeping out of the way right when we get started with this. For those of you guys who are watching the replay of this later, you guys know that I'll probably try to put the timestamps in this video just so you guys can skip ahead in case you want to bypass the housekeeping, which I don't know why you would, because we get a chance to catch up with each other. That's the whole point of going live. We can do this together. All right, so now that we got that housekeeping out of the way, let's get into what the people are saying about Porsha Williams. She is not trying to see Simon in court, y'all. She says no, because she makes a plea to avoid appearing in person for the divorce hearing where Simon may indeed be present. Thank you, boo. Yes, y'all, like the video on your way in. On the way in, like the video, okay? I see 240 people up in here, so it would be nice to see 244 likes now. Okay. All right, so listen. Let's get into the tea of it all. So apparently she pleaded with the judge for permission to attend to attend the hearing virtually, days after it was revealed that Simon could be present in court. This is what In Touch is reporting exclusively. Okay, this is what they say. Apparently, on Monday, May 19th, Porsha filed a motion, which was obtained by In Touch, asking for permission to appear via video. At the hearing, Porsha is set to make her case for why she believes their prenuptial agreement should be enforced. Now, Simon, 60, who has been in the ICE detention since February 19th, has opposed the prenup and accused Porsha of making misrepresentations during the negotiations. Now, the court presiding over the divorce has postponed the hearing multiple times, mostly due to Simon being in the detention centers. Okay. Now, apparently, they had been pushing this thing back, but he's supposed to be at this upcoming hearing. Now, the motion to enforce the prenuptial agreement is a substantive motion that requires findings of fact by this court. The outcome of the motion will also have a substantive effect on how the remainder of the divorce case proceeds, as it may be dispositive of some of the issues and result in litigation on others. So he remains in the ICE. All right. Porsha is now wanting to attend this whole thing via virtual Zoom. Okay, via the Zoom. I feel like this. Okay. All right. So here's the explanation of why, right? This is what was explained. She has a time-sensitive international employment opportunity that will require her to leave the country in the next 2 or 3 weeks for an extended period of time that would encompass the June 11th, 2025 hearing. So let me say this. Now, Porsha, girl, you is one smart cookie, okay? Now, I'm not saying this to bash her. I'm just looking at this logistically, right? If it were me, okay? And it's not me, but I'm just going to give you guys the play. Listen to the play. I do not want to have to appear in the court. Oh dear, what could I do? Well, I could have an employment opportunity outside of the country. How, you say? Well, I could actually host a group trip out of the country for me and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of my girlfriends, and I could work with said companies to do so, as is what I do already. Okay. And voila, bada bing, bada boom, I have now found an employment opportunity across the world for which I can no longer appear at this measly court hearing. Dun 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 dun. Now, also too, this could be a potential reason as well. Ooh, Brookie 214. Why you got your photo up here, Brookie? Brookie. Brookie. Come on now. But would that not also be advantageous for her to be on the Traitors? And that could be a reason. Now, that's also another valid reason. I would be, if again, the smart play of it all. Okay. I'm just giving you guys I am not an attorney at law. I'm giving you my law and order SVU degree. Okay. Law and order SV University. Okay. Degree. I'm just trying to tell y'all what could be happening, or what she could be doing, or what could be at play. But Traitors would also be a good look. I'm just saying. I mean, this is what I was thinking too when I first saw this. because she initially on the show, she's like, yo, I've texted him, I've reached out to him, I want us to talk. And so now as I read this, oh, she don't want to see him in court. Okay, well, which one is it, Porsha? Which one is it, Porsha girl? Okay, listen, y'all know I Porsha amuses me. I understand it. Okay. I mean, I understand it. I'm working on my doctorate in that too, Sophie. Yes, Sophie. I mean, I told y'all. I said it before. I say it again. The squad is looks good. Okay, the squad looks good. But yep. So, right. Who said that? Face the drama. Face the drama. Okay, so this is what the lawyer wrote, and just let me continue on. Porsha is a well-known reality TV personality. Didn't you know? A career in which last-minute travel and unexpected opportunities frequently arise. Now, this is true. Again, this is true. But what I'm also saying is you can easily come up with these business ventures, right? Like I literally came back from Switzerland and said, I'm going to take people around the world. Boom! Opportunity came to me, right? So I'm just simply saying that Porsha, I mean, you know, she could be, you can find these opportunities. That's what I'm saying to you guys. All right. Porsha shows that this employment opportunity would help her offset the numerous financial obligations that Simon has failed to maintain under the temporary order, as well as to offset the significant legal expenses Porsha has already incurred in pursuing enforcement of the parties' prenuptial agreement and defending herself against Simon as it relates to this instant divorce action. And then Porsha argued that if she turned down the deal, aside from direct financial implications, it could also have the potential to jeopardize the longer-term viability and marketability of her brand and professional appeal. The reality star says she was ready to appear in the previous hearing, which was rescheduled due to Simon's situation. Porsha shows that her request for virtual appearance is made in good faith, is what her lawyer is saying, and reflects a balancing of her professional obligations and the serious nature of these proceedings, not to desire a delay or further to complicate the instant litigation. Porsha has points out that the court has accommodated Simon's request due to his detention, so why not accommodate hers? Oh, now, In Touch reports that Simon said if not for the alleged misrepresentations made by Porsha during the prenup negotiations, he would not have agreed to the prenup, which requires him to pay her a substantial financial obligation, which totals over hundreds of thousands of dollars, and which would require him to split the equity of his $7 million home. Simon noted he purchased the home before the marriage. This is what happens when you don't read the fine print about people before you get married to them. Period. Okay? Period. This is what happens when you don't do your due diligence before you get married to someone. This is what happens. Okay? I mean, facts are facts. Case closed. Period. Dot. Right? Basically, our attorney is saying, like, listen, yo, she ain't trying to be here for this. All right, y'all done made accommodations for him and his being locked up. Locked up, they won't let me out. So now y'all can accommodate me in my last minute trip to overseas someplace. Okay, as Porsha got to go to Wakanda. They about to film Black Panther 3. That's what she gonna be at. She going to Wakanda. So anyway, that's where she shall. I'm totally fabricating that. Okay, that is before somebody come back and say something. I'm on my hands. Okay. And go the distance on it. Go the distance on it, okay? Go the distance. Speaking of going the distance, y'all want to talk about some long distance love affairs, some torrid love affairs, some 3,600 minutes. Y'all want to talk about some tea? We'll catch this tea right here. Okay. Now, I'm going to start it right here. Now, the headline reads, Drew Sedora says that Ming Lee tried to get on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but failed. Now she's over there, okay, over there on Basketball Wives, grasping for a storyline while name dropping Drew. Let me tell you something. So if you go to No Chaser TV, I will put the link in the description of this video, okay? But Drew made an appearance. She is doing her own interview rounds. I mean, because it don't seem like nobody down to the NBC Universal wants to put Drew on a plane, bring her to New York, and have her make the interview circuits, the circuitry. For what reason, I don't know. What was the reason, Bravo? So now it is up to the people, okay? The good people are doing the good work. Shout out to No Chaser TV for sitting down with Drew and asking the questions about the Ty and Ming of it all. And, you know, the people keep calling for Drew, and now Drew is answering, okay? Any and everybody by way of her own interviews. And I don't blame her, okay? Because Drew has been on everybody's lips. The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy. But it's Drew. It's absolutely Drew, right? Drew is constantly a subject. And it's, you know what's funny about Drew on the show is you don't even really see a lot of her on the show. I didn't mean to say it out loud. Drew, we love you, boo. And the album is Delulu. I mean, the album is amazing. And I long said Delulu should be a single, okay? And it deserves a proper video, not no cartoon video, Drew. Y'all better use one of them AI generated apps and make you a video, put your face on it, and have you dancing up a storm with a bunch of background dancers like Janet Jackson. But anyway, do I believe that Ming tried to get on Real Housewives of Atlanta? I believe that there might have been maybe some interest in having her. I do believe that, and there may have been some interest on her part to do it. I mean, who would not want to do? Okay, so let's do a poll. Y'all want to do a poll? Let's do a poll. And I want you guys to answer which one you would rather be on. If you had the choice to be featured on, to be a main cast on Real Housewives of Atlanta or Basketball Wives, which one would you choose? Which one would you choose? I'll put it down in the chat right now. Real Housewives of Atlanta or Basketball Wives? I'm trying to see something. How you gonna say none? Hey, Ning. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Atlanters. A lot of Atlanters. A lot of Atlanters. Faustina, what you want to be on? Traders. Okay. I see a lot of Atlantas, a lot of. And that goes into my point, right? You know, it would have. It's not unreasonable to believe that, you know, Atlanta would have been Ming's first choice because it seems like that's where she has the most friends. And didn't we not see her in the show this season? I feel like we did at Kelly's Balmain event. So, baby, they just be letting anybody on Married to Medicine. If Phaedra can get on there, you too can get on Married to Medicine. All you need to do is listen, you can now get on Married to Medicine if you just go to the doctor. Okay? You got a doctor? Fine. Even if you got a dentist. Baby, if you going to see a psychologist, if you drive by a doctor's office, you too can be on Married to Medicine. You too can be on Married to Medicine if you drive by a doctor's office. Okay. If you have spotted a doctor on the streets, you can now be a cast member on Married to Medicine. All right. Okay. Now, thank you, D Sun Bay. And while we're here, don't forget to like the video. Yes, like it. Okay, Carol says I'm going where the money resides, baby. Carol outside. Carol, you is outside, baby. Where you at? You about to look like you about to ride the motorbikes, baby. I want to be where you at. Okay. Wait, what'd she say? What'd you say? Oh, Real Housewives of Atlanta is Neiman Marcus. Basketball Wives is Walmart. Y'all remember they used to on Real Housewives of Atlanta, they always used to talk about going to Neiman's, baby. Everybody was always talking about Neiman's. I believe Neiman's was even brought up. Didn't they say Angela was running from them in Neiman's, covered up in a shawl? Like this. Isn't that what they said Angela was doing? She was running through. Was it Neiman Marcus? I thought it was Neiman Marcus. Give me some oohs and ahs. Okay, so I done got way off base, but I know y'all don't care. So it's y'all. It's really y'all fault. When I'm dealing with y'all. When I'm dealing with y'all, I can't ever get it together. But I love it. Y'all don't understand. I had the worst headache before I got on here, but now it's still pounding, but it hurts a little less. Okay, now back to the story. Okay, so here's what's going on now. So Ming caught word, right? Ming caught word and says, Ty and tag her, get your girl, tag Drew Sedora. You should just stop after doing all that lying on Carlos King's podcast. I spared you once when y'all was filming, and some of your cast told me to air your lying ass out. Ooh. No, I ain't took it yet. I think I'm gonna need to. I took a Benadryl last night. Ooh, the Benadryl sleep disturbs my peace. Okay, so much to unpack here. Let's unpack it. First of all, Ming be giving us more energy on the internet than we get from her on Basketball Wives, and maybe it's because she knew, right? So we're gonna give her some time to warm up because it takes a minute when you're a new cast member. But I've long said it, and long as in 3 weeks, I've been saying this. Ming's aesthetic to me is more aligned with the Real Housewives of Atlanta's current aesthetic. I'm saying beauty-wise. She's a beautiful woman, right? But I feel like her general aesthetic fits more with the Atlanta ladies, personally. And I mean, I get it too. If it is true that she did not make the cut for Atlanta, which I suspect could be, then I would definitely be like, yes, girlfriend. I mean, if you can't get it at Neiman's, get it at Walmart. It's Drew versus everybody. It's Drew fighting people that is not even on her show. For me. Oh, Lord have mercy. Baby. Drew said her and Ty is just friends. So I don't know. To be fair, though, you probably should have never brought up Drew's name on another show. And the crazy thing about it is when I could have swore we saw Ming at Kelly's Balmain event, and I was wondering, did her and Drew have any interactions then? Because if they did, I mean, it would have made sense. If okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to that filming date. If I know that if you dating Ty at that point in time, and you see Drew at the event, did y'all have some words? Right? I mean, did that happen or not? That's what I want to know. Ooh. So, deep thoughts. We got one more story for you guys today. Yes. We got one more story.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Okay. In the ongoing saga that is Jennifer Gold, Christian Gold versus the people. Okay. We now have some leaked text messages. Okay. So you guys have been following along as we've been following along on this journey since this week's episode has aired. And we continue to get more and more intel about the dynamics between, Jennifer's husband and the mother of his kids, and said kids, which would also now be Jennifer's stepchildren. Am I correct in that? Well, here is what she has released to the public. Shout out to our friends over at Reality Entertainment TV for picking up this information. So these are some text messages that are allegedly between the mother of his children and him. And I'm going to get to I'm going to talk to you guys about the part that I find the most interesting, and why we're talking about this. He sends allegedly a message that says, just wanted to send you an update. I'm trying to get home. We've been stuck in San Francisco since hopefully returning Friday evening. Our flight was rescheduled to this morning and got canceled again due to this global IT outage. The world is in shambles. So this, I'm assuming, was at some point in time last year, but I could be incorrect about the year, but it looks like it was last year, right? So then she says, got it, just really focused on the rent right now. My head isn't worried about you being here for the meeting. It's all good. Just prioritizing and making sure our children will have a home. Have a good week. Take care. Then he says, I'm doing what I can to expedite the wire. The network has to lock all episodes before they issue payment. So that's been the holdup, and it's all one lump sum. Now, she says the man always deflects, less focused on the issue. But what I'm going to want to point out is something else. Okay. She says, are you still unable to help us with any funds for the last month or this month for the kids? He allegedly says, I'm working on sending something this week. This was in August. She says, okay, what did you say was important that you wanted to talk to me about? He says, we spoke about meeting up to discuss a few things about a month ago. She says, it's okay. I wasn't sure if it was something that urgently needed to be discussed. Have a good evening. Then he allegedly says, hi, I hope you're doing well. Just wanted to check in. Is your mother still in town? She then responds and says, good morning. She is, but I've decided to no longer try working things out amongst ourselves and meeting up. Accommodating you hasn't gone very well for our children. Know that I'm not blaming you or anyone else, and I definitely don't want to pick a fight. This is not coming from a place of pain or resentment at all. I mean, everything I said previously when I told you I was not angry. I wanted to be able to handle this by discussing it in person, but at this point, I don't feel safe and trusting enough to do so. I've just taken the time to process what's been happening. As far as requesting to close the case, that they will no longer be closing it after I retracted the closing of the case early this month. And hold on, we're going somewhere, right? I just didn't want to risk the chance of any false promises or manipulation moving forward. She then says, for everyone asking why now, my kids keep getting pulled into this, so here we go. Gloves are off and the truth must come out. This isn't just for me and my kids, but the countless women I've spoken to who have been abused and manipulated by this man mentally, physically, and emotionally. She then goes on to say, he says that they want my statements. No, they are looking for the $6 million. Okay. So apparently they're looking for his $6 million that he allegedly has. Then when he posts a photo from Preakness, for those of you guys who don't know, Preakness happens in Baltimore, right? She says, and he posted a photo here, and she says, oh, and you love and miss your kids so much, but you were in the same city and didn't attempt to see them. You're a fraud. Okay. Then she puts up here, when you say she the one not providing docs and prolonging the case, but the court doc and email says they're waiting on you, on Walden. Then she says you shouldn't have went on TV with all of this baggage. Now, I want to go back because I did state to you guys, I want to just point out that I did state, I ain't no expert in any of this, to be quite honest with you. But what I did state was I've been my messaging has been very much clear all week. Jennifer has gotten with a man who has a lot of baggage. She stated it herself, right? I mean, you guys could see that clear as day. Now, the thing that I want to point out to you is this. There's so many little pieces that we could dissect in this, but what I want to say that stuck out to me the most, and I don't know if it stuck out to you, was this statement here. I'm doing what I can to expedite this wire. The network has to lock all episodes before they issue payment. So that's been the holdup, and it's all one lump sum. Okay, so when he says the network, my only recourse is to assume that he means VH1, Paramount, MTV, whatever network Basketball Wives is currently on, right? Because they did a little splitterization. Okay, so my question then is he being paid to be on the show, or is he because here's the thing, they're married, so the income that is coming in could be considered, even if it's for her, as just the household. But my question then becomes, are you attempting to pay the baby mama with money from the household and not the money that you're making from these millions of dollars, or this luxury style lifestyle? That's where I have a question. So are you going to be paying for that stuff with Jennifer's check? That's really what I'm getting at. Are you waiting on Jen to get paid before you pay her? Because based on the way y'all live, I would assume that there was money just falling from the sky. No, I don't know. And y'all got a YouTube channel now. So, I mean, it's frustrating, right? Frustrating. And then she also says you were in the same city as your kids, but you didn't bother to see them? I don't know. You know, I honestly try not to judge too much on this channel. You know, because I do understand that, you know, when we talk about these stars, I come from the perspective of, you know, people are human, they're gonna make mistakes. That's why we watch reality TV, because we know that people are gonna step in their own poop, right? And we all do it to a degree. We all do it. We all mess up. We all have our flaws, and it's just you know. But they're magnified when they're on reality TV, specifically when you are going hard at it with someone else, right? Now, the situation with the baby's mother seems, in fact, to me, like a very easy fix. Meet her in the middle, man. Like, take, you know, like, I'm not sure what you're doing with the kids because I can't really say. But what I can say is, just like, it sounds like she's asking for time. It sounds like she's asking for help. So help. And also too, I didn't know to get paid in one lump sum at the Basketball Wives. I wonder how much it is. How much y'all think it is? How much y'all think Jen getting paid? Is it $100,000? And then is she okay with that? Is she okay with being like, oh babe, I got my $100,000. Okay, so you want 50,000? I don't care what you do with your 50,000 of it. I mean, because you did appear. I mean, okay, so this is also too. To be fair, I think I heard in some instance, I don't know if it was Cynthia, somebody on one of those shows or some of these shows, when they get their check, they also give some to their husband, which is fair, right? Because again, the money can go into the household. And now that they are married, okay, you know, and then Jen, what are you saying about this situation? Because in my mind, I would be like, as if I'm Jen, this is just me. I'm thinking to myself, hey babe, how can we make this right with the kids? You know, just as a woman, like, it's kind of like, and I don't know if people think like this or not, but I would be thinking like, okay, your kids are now my stepkids. I don't want them to be suffering either, because once you marry into this situation, you're married into the situation. So now you become a part of this. So is Jen saying anything about like, hey babe, let's handle this can we meet with her to like get this whole situation squashed? Let's make things right with her, for her, so that we can begin to build something solid and everybody can coexist in a happy manner. In my opinion, that is what I would be doing. Right. I thought it was Cynthia, right? Was it? I thought it was Cynthia. Woo! Little access to the money. Yeah, I mean, listen, I can't count people's pockets, and I can't say what some I as much as I yeah, I can say what I would do if I were her. I would be like, let's make this situation go away. First things first, we're gonna sit down with her and we're gonna figure out how to make this right. And we're gonna figure out how to make this right for the kids, so that y'all gotta be at peace in order for the kids to be at peace. If the mom and him can find a way to be at peace, the kids will thrive. And then Jen can also now be a part of that whole, you know, situation because she also does not have any kids. Now, whether or not she ever wanted to be a mother or not, I think is neither here nor there for me to talk about, because that's maybe a decision that she has made for herself. Maybe she doesn't want to be that type of stepmother. I don't really know. What I can say, though, is that it would definitely bridge the gap, and it would definitely make this situation go away. And to be quite fair with you, to be frank, it would be very good story for Jen versus the way she's kind of currently Erica Janing her way throughout this whole situation. Because she is definitely giving Erica Jane I don't give a F vibes about anybody's. If she's like, Effie, we all got pain. So y'all gonna have to sit there and suffer and get yourselves together. Hope you all I wish you all well on your journeys. That's the energy that she's given. And I'm kind of like, I ain't saying Evelyn's all the way right, because I do feel like, I think that Evelyn, the hot mic got Evelyn, definitely, right? But I do think that initially Evelyn, in her text messages, I think she did try to make the situation right. But I think going so hard at Jen is where Evelyn went wrong. Because at the end of the day, y'all know when somebody fall for somebody, that's it. That's it. That's a wrap. You can't tell some people nothing, especially somebody maybe like Jen, this who has not had the best track record with choosing the men's for herself. You know, yeah, it's like she went about it all wrong. Prayers and sorrows. A Jamaican beauty, baby. I had me a ball down in Jamaica a couple of weeks ago. A ball, baby. You talking about Jelani. I go back to Jelani all the time. Jelani and Jennifer looked good together. I mean, Christian and Jennifer look good together. I think that if Christian spent a bit more time focusing on fixing some of these issues, versus being so defensive about it, I think that, and I understand he probably feels like he's under attack, but at the same time, some of these situations you have fostered, it seems. So now you need to make these situations right. And honestly, y'all, we can clearly see the path to making these situations right is very simple. Very, very, very simple. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Basketball Wives need to start paying Christian. Maybe. You know? Maybe. So anyway, y'all, baby, let me tell you something. That's all I got for y'all for right now. Mm-hmm. Oh God. Oh Lord. Yeah. Remember Porsha used to always say, be his peace. I'm sorry. Ooh. Oh Lord. Jesus. Be his peace. Y'all remember, there used to be all those Instagram posts, be his peace. Be his peace. Or his nightmare, girl. Woo! Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Jen needs a raise because she's carrying the season of Basketball Wives. You know, I will say, I will give Jennifer some props. In addition to being a beautiful woman, I think that the way that Jen is handling the girls is, I mean, it's given fierce. I mean, it might be fierce in the wrong direction, but it's still giving. She's holding her own. You know, she's trying to do it. Love wins. She's chill. She's trying to do what I mean, she's literally. I mean, she's fighting for her life, but she's doing it as in a queenly way, right? Is that what she was saying? She wants to be a queen, you know, and a queen. What else are y'all saying? I don't think that man really liked Jen. You talking about Jelani? I think he wanted to be on TV, but I mean, listen. Uh-uh. She needs to find her own storyline. I think you're talking about. Are you talking about Evelyn? Aisha says, for once, I believe Evelyn. Effie, we all got pain. Bonita says, I believe that Jen just wanted the man, not the kids, but we will see if he doesn't make her leave the show. I mean, here's the thing. Oh, Lord. Aisha. I dated a man who never saw his child. Ended up finding out he owed the mother over $15,000 in back child support. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. On Basketball Wives, I would imagine Evelyn and then Jackie. If they're not equal, I would imagine it's between the two of them. I'm gonna say Evelyn because I feel like she's just probably closer to Shawnee than Jackie is. But I could be wrong. I mean, Jackie has the tenure on that show, but Evelyn has the tenure overall. And I just feel like the network loves Evelyn. Hey, love you too. Jeanette says Jen is not responsible for paying his child support. She's made a bad choice in the man she chose. Aisha asked, does Jen make money outside of Basketball Wives? I would imagine that she does. I mean, I know that she has the production company. I asked if she still had the wig line. I don't really know that I see very much posting about it, but and I wouldn't be surprised if she has like several properties or something like that. Jen seems like she may be a savvy woman in terms of her finances, but I don't know. I don't know. Ooh. I think I just saw her doing an interview with somebody where she was talking about that situation. I didn't get a chance to watch the entire thing though. I saw a clip of it on social media. Did she get alimony? I don't know. That's a good question. That is a very good question. Let me see what else y'all are saying. All right. I think we got just about everything. Hey. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We just like to have a good time over here. My goal is honestly, I just hope that, I just like to provide a bright spot in y'all day. Some fun, a little bit of tea, a little bit of recaps, and we have a good time. And then everybody else, and then you feel a little bit better. You have a good time. It gets you through your cleaning, hanging with the kids, cooking, at work. You can sneak a little peek in instead of, just numbing your brain with nonstop work. That's my goal. That is literally my goal every time I do a video. All right, let me look at these. I'm still going through some of y'all comments. Y'all y'all, justice for Todd and y'all in this toddler comment. I am going to get y'all, okay? I am going to get y'all. Candy's going to get y'all. All right, y'all. So listen, thank you guys for tuning in, tapping in, and being turned on to this. If you have not liked this video yet, go ahead and tap that like button right now. Tap it, tap it, tap it, smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. All of that. Okay. Do all of that because, you know, it does definitely help the algorithm. So let's make sure y'all get that thing popping.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay. So make sure y'all get that thing popping. Follow me on the Instagram, y'all. Please follow me on Instagram at DJ Richie Skye as well. We do a lot of talking about like skincare, like a little bit of fashion, a little bit of commentary, a little bit of travel, all of that good stuff. Speaking of travel, just real quick before we go, I think this may be one of my last group trips. It will be to Cape Town. The link is in the description. For those of you guys who have never been to Africa, this is the perfect time to go. We have rooms. This is a luxury trip, luxury accommodation, 5-star accommodations. It is going to be very, very fun. Small, intimate group. We're going to be learning about dual citizenship, visas. We're going to be looking at some real estate as well for those of you guys who may be interested in investing in real estate overseas, learning about that process. And of course, we're going to be doing wine tours. We are going to be going to Table Mountain. We have a safari planned. We have a yacht cruise planned. So it is going to be nice and fabulous. So definitely check it out. Yes, I do have a TikTok. I try to get on there. I'm going to try to get on there a bit more because what I've come to realize is TikTok, people just say whatever they want to say on TikTok. It doesn't have to be very polished. Instagram is more of a polished platform for those of you guys who are kind of like into social media. And I feel like TikTok is kind of like whatever. Okay, just do whatever you want. All right. I think that's about it. Did I miss anything, y'all? Tell me if I missed anything. What's up, my boo? I ain't heard that in a minute, Joshua. Fish sticks. Right. Who wants to work? All right. What Kim Kardashian say? Nobody want to work these days. Oh, and also be sure to tap into Rich Life, guys, for those of you guys who wanted to know more about how you can get that free international trip to all of those different destinations, immediate return on your investment. You can also get at least, you can chop your cell phone bill in half with this membership. I have 2 lines. I'm about to do the same thing right now because paying for 2 lines is like, I mean, you know, I'm trying to save some coin. And y'all, I'm about to investigate this. Did y'all know, a little bit of travel tip, does anybody fly Frontier around here? Because I'm gonna tell you why I might be volunteering as tribute. Okay, they have for $3.99, you can travel all summer long anywhere, I think, in the country. Okay, for $3.99. So it's like all you can travel. But I've never ridden Frontier like that. So we're about to see. I mean, if the seats are given plank, I'll let you guys know. So we'll see about that. Oh, TikTok will flag certain words. Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, y'all know my language. I don't really curse or nothing like that on my channel. So, and one of the reasons why is I don't really curse a lot for 2 reasons. Number one, just I come from the world of news. So if I could not say it on live TV, then it just doesn't, I'm not going to say it here because it just wouldn't, that would not work for me. Right. And so I still sometimes do stuff with like Fox here. I used to do stuff with MSNBC. So I just can't do it. The second reason, there's actually 3. The second is I know that sometimes people watch my videos and they have their kids around. So I just try to be mindful of that. I mean, even though they're not my kids, but I just kind of understand that sometimes people have their kids around, or you might be listening to it at work or something. Well, put your headphones in if you're listening at work. And then the third reason is curse words really don't sound right coming from me. So even when I do say it, I might say something like if I get frustrated. But by and large, people look at me crazy. Like people that know me, they look at me crazy when I curse because like nobody expects it to come from me. So I'm kind of like, okay, forget it. But it will occasionally slip out of my mouth. I have I have cursed so many times in videos, and I have had to go back in and edit them because I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. So, but it happens sometimes. Y'all know what? Daquan, I'm not doing this with you today. Anyway, that's these are my confessions. That's all I got for y'all today. Again, like I said, make sure you like the video. I could honestly, I could literally just sit here and talk to y'all about random stuff, but I don't know that that would be good for the algorithm. So maybe I won't. But that's it. I don't even want to hop off the live. Is that wrong? Am I crazy? I'm crazy. I need to be running to the gym. That's what I need to be doing. But Lord, I'm sitting here with y'all. What y'all doing? What y'all eating for lunch? All right, y'all. Okay, you know what? I gotta go. Daquan, you didn't took me out of here. Okay. Why won't I do any more? Ooh, this is a good question. Okay. Group trips pay extremely well. I will tell you that. They pay very, very well. You know what it was? I think I loved my trip to Thailand, but it came so close after my dad passed that I really wasn't mentally ready for what it takes to host a trip like that. Because it takes all of your energy. Like it takes, I mean, you got to be present. You got to like kind of be the fun master. And I just mentally wasn't in the space at that time to be hosting. And I felt at certain points, like looking back at the trip, the other thing that I tried to do was I was trying to capture content and edit it at the same time. So it never felt like I was turning off. So I ended up a lot more stressed on this trip than I did on the trip to Bali. And it also takes a lot of energy to promote the trips as well. And as much as I want people to go and to experience these things, I it's also one of those situations where like I know what these places can provide people. Like I know what these trips can do for people. It's just sometimes convincing people to go is like also something I don't really feel like doing. Like if I say I'm going to Cape Town and you don't automatically say, "Oh, boom, book me the ticket," like okay, like I'm kind of like I'm still going. So you miss it, right? But I don't want people to miss those opportunities. And I try my hardest to get people to recognize, like, yo, like this is a great opportunity. I know what you're gonna experience, right? I know what it is, right? And I know if you go with me to Cape Town, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. The last group I took to Cape Town, everybody loved it. Everybody loved every single minute of it because I know exactly, like this is not one of those places that I've never been before. So I know what's up. I know exactly where to go. I know exactly what to do. I know how to move and swerve there. I know how to get a 5-star adventure. I know how to like make this a whole luxury thing. So, it kind of be one of those situations where it's like, yo, like, I mean, I be trying to tell y'all. I be trying to put y'all on game. So but yeah, so that kind of gets exhausting a little bit. And it may just be a situation where I just do one group trip a year. I think that's probably the better speed, right? Trying to do more than a couple, like more than one trip like per year. I think if I were to go to Thailand now, the mental space that I'm in now was definitely better than the mental space that I was in March. In February, March, y'all, I was not in a good place. Period. Like I was not. But I was still trying to show up every day, do my work, occupy my time, definitely feeling like I don't know who I am right now and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it. I just wasn't in the best space. So I think, I'm just trying to slow down. Let me say that. That's probably a better way to put it. I'm going to slow down. Yeah, slowing down. So thank you. I appreciate it. You should definitely come. You should definitely come. It's one of those types of trips that will change your life. It will change your perspective on Africa as well. What we've come to hear about Africa is not anything like what you experience when you go. It's not anything like what you experience. Trust and believe. And I can't even, you got to see it to experience, and you got to experience it yourself to understand what I mean by that, right? And if you've been to Africa in the chat, definitely put it down there, because it's nothing like what people tell you it is. It's better. It's better. What else? What else y'all want to know? I can't say that Cape Town is the best representation of Africa because I haven't been all over Africa. I can only tell you that, to me, it gives me what I need, right? But I am going, my plan, I need to get to Morocco. I want to go to Egypt. I need to go to Kenya. I want to go to Namibia. Like, I want to go to Ghana. Like, I want to go to all these different places. So I readily admit I'm just on the tip of the iceberg, but I can tell you, okay, I can tell you that I at least know where to go in Cape Town. Do you think Karen should come to Real Housewives of Potomac full time or be a friend? Karen, full time. Hey, Joburg, baby. I haven't made it to Johannesburg either. Karen. Yeah. I think she should come back full time. I mean, Karen's not a friend of the show type personality, in my opinion. And I also think that they would want to follow her journey now that once she gets out, right? I think that could be a compelling story. And how will the ladies respond to her? She's the grand dame of the show, well, formerly known as the grand dame, right? But yeah, I think they'll want to follow her journey completely. So I think she'll come back to the cast as full time. But that's just what I think. Right? She is Potomac. I think she is Potomac. Exactly. I'm telling you. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe that Jen Shah should come back to Salt Lake City. So I think, and the reason I say that is because I think that Jen's operation was, from my understanding, about defrauding the elderly out of their money, right? If I'm understanding it correctly. And as a result, while I do think that she did the crime, she does the time, I just don't think that I would bring her back to the show. I just don't think I would. Facts. Top tier. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. They were totally different. And I just feel like I just don't want to see. I don't think we should give airtime, because there's no way you can give airtime to that without acknowledging what it is that she did, that she kept saying she did not do. So I wish her well, but I don't want to see, and they don't need her at this point. I think what we've seen is, with Monica coming in and then with Monica leaving, we didn't know how they would do without Monica, but they did. They thrived without Monica. And then now we have, these new ladies, so I just kind of think that they've evolved to the point where they don't need Jen. Yeah, and I think did we talk about that yesterday? I think it was. I definitely think that Jersey. I'm over Jersey, so I'm cool with them being on pause. Like, pause it, pause it, pause it. That show was so toxic by the end of it. Yes, yes, indeed, absolutely, absolutely. Whenever we get the opportunity, maybe business girl, she could start a YouTube channel. I mean, I think that would do well. I'm sure people do want to see her. I just don't think they think that she should be rewarded with a television show that is about living luxury lives when you did so on the backs of taking this money from elderly people. I just don't. Scotland in the building. Hey, Angela. Hey, boo. That's a hot take. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I read somewhere that Vimeo, is it Vimeo, I think, is actually allowing creators to sort of start their own, like, sort of Netflix. I got to figure out how that's very much different, any different from having a YouTube channel, but like it's some type of way they're incentivizing creators to, I guess, develop their types of content in like short form movie style like things. I got to look more into it. Any hey Daily Peach Housewives, any news on Love and Marriage DC? I have no tea on Love and Marriage DC. I did see a post recently on Bro Chat's page, but I could not tell if that interview with Carlos and Ashley was older or not, and I did not ask either one of them about it. But I haven't heard anything about it. First cousins, baby. First cousins up in this building. Yeah. Probably not, but I from what I read, she seems to be doing well. So Ooh. Do you think Bravo will re-extend the invitation to Kenya to do the reunion since she did her confessional on her channel? I know them producers be watching. No. I think that and the reason I say that is because I think that they are watching. And I think that I don't know that the things that she said about the network and how they handled her were going to help her and put her in good graces with the network, even though it was what the fans wanted. I think she gave the fans what they wanted. And I don't think that the network would be interested in that for the reunion. I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. But my general sense is that the moment that they re-engaged with Phaedra was also the moment that they realized that they did not want to have anything else to do with Kenya. I would almost wager to think that they did not want Kenya there anyway. But that's just me. That's just my general thought. I could totally be wrong, but that's my best guesstimate based on how things progressed, where things are now, what Kenya revealed, and how I believe the producers and the network thinks. Do I think that Drew is tired of Real Housewives of Atlanta? I don't know that she's tired of it per se, but I think that she took matters into her own hands with regards to press. And listen, the press tour could have also been a situation where she's had to work around her own productions because you do know she does her like a lot of like TV movies, and she has the show on Bounce TV, so she does a lot, so it could have been scheduling conflict, but that's we're 12 episodes in by now, right? So that's a lot of scheduling conflicts. They may be tired of her. But I don't know why, because she is quietly delivering. Exactly. Run them up, run them up, run them up. Hey, North Carolina in the building. Yeah, I think it's probably closed for a while, at least. Yep, at least 3 have been on Watch What Happens Live already. I mean, yeah, twice. Boom, that part. This would not surprise me. And again, I say now that they have Phaedra back, I don't know. I don't know that they will feel the need to engage with Drew. Or especially, I mean, I think with Kenya, I think that they felt like they found their golden nugget once they were like, oh, Phaedra, we'll bring her back over here. Then, if I see Phaedra on Watch What Happens Live this weekend, if they do it this weekend, because it's a holiday weekend, but something tells me we're going to see Phaedra on there before we see Drew. That's what I think. That's what I think. Hey, happy birthday, Popcorn 526. Yeah, I mean, I think for me, if I was Kenya, this is what I would do. I would go to Candy and Todd and have some type of project developed for me, because I get the general sense that Kenya, while I think she's self-sufficient, I think that she probably requires some additional assistance in terms of curating projects. I would go to Candy and Todd. I would go to Drew and her people. I would go back to the Lifetime people, and I would, start setting up shop with shopping around different networks to do TV movies and those types of television shows. Start making some guest appearances on some of those, some of the shows that are on like Netflix and stuff like that. Then what I would also do is I would shop a book deal. That is the first thing that I would do if I were her. I would shop a book deal because she's no longer tied to the show and she can tell her own story in her own words that way. Get the book deal. Go do all of the shows. Tamron Hall, the Jason Lee show, do the Breakfast Club, do all of those things to promote the book while she's also, producing these TV movies and that sort of thing. I would set up also a YouTube channel as well to start, capturing what she's doing with the spa and the salon and doing beauty products and hauls and those types of things. I know it sounds like it's a basic level, but this is what I would advise her to do. Then I would advise her to start creating more children's books for Brooklyn and pushing those out once a quarter, at least one every quarter, advertising those on, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all of those different platforms. And I think then she should also start doing those Amazon lives that Candy does, that Porsha used to do, that Kyle Richards does, all these celebrities are doing. Start doing those to start, getting back into the cycle of and learning how to go live, because I think that she needs to do that. And I think that she needs to, whatever video team that she worked with, to get that video done, I think that she needs to start, hiring them on a more consistent basis to chronicle some of her travel journeys with Brooklyn, because everyone knows that mommy content on YouTube does extremely well. That is the play that I would give Kenya if it were up to me, personally. So, she has what we call legs, right? She has legs in the industry. So what she should be doing is running with those legs, especially while the show is still on. I would be on everybody's interview couch if I were her. Period. Right? Because at the end of the day gonna end. And the day will end and you ain't done nothing. That's another day that you done sat there and people are going to forget about you. And I'm not saying that she's forgettable because she's not, but the way the news cycle works, if you're not on the top of people's minds, if you're not constantly, as Portia's attorney states, if you're not constantly putting yourself out there, then the media will forget about you. So she needs to stay active. That's what I say. Period. I used to work in PR. That was what my master's degree was in. It was advertising and PR management. I went to Michigan State for grad school. So that's what I studied. And I did work in it for a brief period of time, but I've had a lot of different lives in this past couple of decades. So yeah, I have. That's my background. All right, y'all. Well, news obviously was my background, but also PR and advertisement as well. All right, y'all. So listen, that's all I got. It's been 1 hour and 15. I think this is the longest I've ever gone. I did not want to leave, but I do need to go to the gym, get my workout on, and get some lunch, baby. It's Friday. So Memorial Day weekend, y'all. Hopefully you guys will be out there and be safe. If there is some more news, obviously I'll do another video, or I'll do a video tomorrow, or if maybe not, I may just go live tomorrow. No, I do have a friend coming into town tomorrow, so it may just be a video. If I do a live tomorrow, it'll be early. So all of y'all early birds, we might get up and talk about something. Yes, I went to Michigan State University for grad school. I went to Virginia Tech for undergrad. Yep. Hey. Yeah, Michigan was not my favorite place because of the weather. Like, I never experienced cold weather like that. I never experienced snow like that. It would be snow up to my knees, and we still got to go to class. I was like, what? I'm supposed to endanger my life to go to class in this weather? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Thank you guys for sticking around. I mean, who knew? Who knew? Who knew we would have such a good time today? Okay. And my headache, completely gone. Y'all are the cure. Be his peace, as Porsha says. Be his peace. Is Funky coming? I don't think he is. But he's got some amazing things popping, as you all already know. So he'll get up here when he can. I'm always excited to be able to spend some time with him. So I may have to get down to Atlanta very, very soon. My sister also lives down there as well. So I'm gonna have to get down there and just hang out, see what the people doing. Or we might need to, we keep talking about a trip to Miami. We might have to do that. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much, man. Listen, y'all know. Okay, so let me give y'all some tea. For a while, like, I was hiding behind the microphone like this after I cut my beard off, because I was like, oh, I look horrible. I look crazy, right? But now that it's grown back, I'm like, okay, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm back. I actually think I like it this length right here. I think I'm not used to seeing my face. A beard is like a wig for men, so it's easy to hide behind it. So I don't know. The only thing now is, if I'm gonna have like this little hair on my face, I need to get some Botox, man. It makes the lines in my forehead like stand out a lot. Anyway, that's about it. No, I have not visited Scotland. I want to, though. It's on my list. And actually, I think it's on the list of places I can go for my incentive trip. Is it on the list? No. Wait. Singapore, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, Sweden. Yo, why they ain't got Switzerland on here? Anyway. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all the best. Thank you. Naomi, I'm assuming this goes back to the Jen and Christian and baby's mother situation. It says it's not an easy fix because baby mama should have kept it private. You get more done that way. Also, this is not a Jen problem. Jennifer needs to enjoy having her own child someday, period. But I mean, I guess the question is, does Jen want kids? She may not have ever wanted kids, you know? I mean, it's hard out here, you know? When that beard gone, you be like, who is this? Who am I? All right, y'all. So I'm really going this time. I'm really going. I got to go. I love y'all. I will catch you guys, of course, in the next video. Like the video if you haven't already done so, and subscribe. Sometimes we be watching, I'm guilty of this too. I'll be watching people's videos all the time and forget to subscribe. So make sure you guys definitely do that. I appreciate you, Benita. I really, really do. Listen, we try our best, right? We try to do what we can to fight this aging process. I appreciate y'all so much. So with that being said, y'all listen, I will catch you in the next video. I'm for real going this time. Okay, for real.